Hello, my name is Rokho. I'm a legal advisor with Labour here in the Gauteng office.
Hi, my name is Andries Brummer. I'm one of the legal advisors as well here in our SEESA Gauteng Labour office.
Okay, so Andries, today we are discussing a very important topic, a very complex topic as well. It's not an easy topic. It's one that most employers need expert advice on. Can you just explain to our employers why it is important that they follow the correct procedure during a strike?
Okay, so we are dealing today with strikes and what is the correct process to follow and what is the do's and don'ts. So basically, what is a strike? A strike is the collective or total or partial retardation of work by all employees or for one employer or separate employers because there is a mutual interest that needs to be resolved. So that's in a nutshell basically what a strike is. Now you get two types of strikes. You get a protected and an unprotected strike.
Yeah.
A protected strike is where all the processes has been complied with as per Chapter 4, Section 64 of the Labour Relations Act, and a certificate of non-resolution, and everything has been issued and the process has been complied with as per the labour law, LRA's prescriptions. Now, unprotected strike is where basically no process has been followed or the process is not complied with in full, and that is where you phone SEESA. Will guide you in this in the whole process with the ultimatums, when it must be issued and how it must be issued. But let's get into protected strikes first. Bruce, will you be able to give us more clarity on that?
Yes, I will be able to give clarity. Basically, with a protected strike in terms of Section 64, like you already indicated, the employer or the employees or represent union, if they are represented by the union, would have referred a matter for conciliation at the CCMA to see if they can reach some sort of an agreement
with the employer.
Yes. On the issues in dispute, issues of mutual concern. Okay. Obviously, if a 30-day period passes or lapses and the parties have not reached an agreement, and the CCMA issues a certificate of non-resolution, so whichever happens first, whether it's the 30 days
or the certificate of non-resolution.
Yes. Obviously, after that, the trade union or the employees can issue a certificate to strike with a date and time when the strike will be expected to commence.
And it's usually 48 hours.
Yes.
They give notice.
Yes, that's correct, Andries. The strike notice must be 48 hours before the strike action. Okay. Obviously, the courts have indicated now that there is no strike that can actually take place, or there is no picket that can actually take place without the rules having been agreed to. And obviously, if the parties cannot agree to the rules, then a commissioner or the CCMA can assist with the formulation of those rules.
And that's what we call picketing rules.
That's what we call picketing rules. Maybe you can just assist with what the employer can do if a strike turns violent, for instance, or people just start intimidating each other during a strike.
Okay, so in a nutshell, the fact that you participate in a protected strike does not exempt you from other misconduct that you're committing. You won't be charged and taken to a disciplinary hearing and can lead to a dismissal if you are participating in a protected strike. You can only be taken to a disciplinary hearing participating in an unprotected strike. Now, when stuff becomes violent and everything, obviously police will come and assist in all of that. Intertext can be acquired by the Labour Court to prohibit employees from becoming violent. But the employees should take note that should they assault each other or stuff happens during that strike, they can be subjected for disciplinary action, and which can lead to their dismissal.
Yeah, maybe if I can just come in there, with with an update on the law in accordance with the amendments to the Labour Relations Act. There is now what we call an advisory arbitration panel, in terms of which the director of the CCMA can appoint a panel. That panel will then come up with recommendation on a strike that turns violent, for instance, or a strike that has become protracted and there is no solution in sight. Those recommendations obviously have to be adopted or accepted by the parties within 7 days in order for them to be binding. If the parties do not then accept those recommendations, obviously they cannot be binding. It is also important to note that if a party decides, for instance, to go to the Labour Court, the Labour Court can also appoint that advisory arbitration.
Yes, and that usually consists of a senior commissioner and a representative party from both parties. So one from the trade union, one from the employer's organisation, from the employer's company, to sit on that panel, and those three people sit then and make these decisions.
Yeah. So obviously it is very important for employers to always follow the correct procedure with regard to strikes, and that they should not try and do anything on their own. For further information on this, they can then visit our website. I think that is all that we have for you today.